add to the stream. Hello. Let's see what's going on. Hello there. Hi, Aizad. Thanks for joining in, man. How are you, Aizad? Long time no see. Why you ask, mana JD ni? JD di sini lah. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining in. As usual, there's no MixStream this week. And there's not going to be any MixStream for the next 6 weeks. And that is because the Direct Access Music Workshop is kicking off, right? Starting tomorrow. So super excited, right? Tonight, we just started setting up earlier today over at the Big A Productions, right? Anthony's studio. So we did a setup, we did a trial run, tested everything. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's going to be running perfectly smooth tomorrow. And so the workshop's going to start off tomorrow. Yeah, really super excited. Now, for those of you who wanted to sign up, but either the space are full or you can't make it, the good news is this is going to be the content of the workshop. We're going to be recording. Excuse me a minute. Let me mute. Sorry, okay? I had to cough a little bit, so I had to mute the microphone. So, all right, the contents of the workshop is going to be recorded. We're going to film, we're going to record it, right? Edit the videos, and going to post it up on the YouTube channel. So, right, those of you who can't join, who can't watch who can't join the workshop on ground, on hand, can watch it from the comfort of your host, man. So stay tuned, okay? All right, on more information on how to join lah. Okay, Aizat kata, rumah ada air tak? Oh my God, yeah. Okay, we're all going under. We're all facing and happening sekarang tak ada air kan. Rumah air, for me, I'm okay. I am in I think my kawasan tak kena tak. I'm not sure lah. But I know, some folks are definitely in the Selangor area are experiencing this. And, oh well, it's a shitty thing, okay? So, safe water, if anything, hopefully, your area is being serviced by, by Shabas lah. Hopefully, they will send some of the air tangki air come to you, okay? Alright. Hopefully, you're okay there, man. And Hazwil. Hi, Hazwil. Hazwil Haziq kata, hi JD, salam perkenalan. I'm a newbie to your live stream session. Yay, welcome. Yay, selamat datang, man. Alright. So, harap semua, okay? Sihat? Everyone sudah makan belum? Should be makan ready lah. Dah lewat ni pukul 10. Alright. Thank you, man. Thanks for joining me to the live stream. As usual, as I mentioned, right, biasanya on every Friday nights, I will do the program called the MixStream, right, program, which is a live stream of where I demonstrate and I show, the entire mixing process from start to finish of a whole song, okay? So this is all, but when there's no MixStream, okay, I will usually always kind of put in this little live Q&A lah. So, okay, any Q&As, ada apa-apa questions, whatever questions you have berkenaan recording, mixing, mastering, music production ke, apa-apa berkenaan music business, music industry and all that, please feel free to give me to ask me, okay? All right. And to make it special, okay, there will always be a special prize, okay? So at the end of the night, I akan be doing this live stream until about 12 midnight, okay? 12 malam, 12 tengah malam. So the best question of the night, okay? Let me go and find it first. Hold on, All right, and the best question of the night, okay? So, who gives once at the end of then whoever has I feel has the best question is going to win a special prize, and the prize is, okay, this one. a special limited edition copy of the Project EAR Revolution album. So this was our first album that we put out in 2012, right? Ini barang yang super rare, super limited lah. So actually we don't even sell this in physical. This was like a super limited run that we did, and this is the very last few yang ada lah. So best question of the night, okay? Send me all your questions, whatever the your questions regarding recording, mixing, and all that. All right, send them to me. I'll try my best to answer them tonight, right on the spot, on the top of my head. Tapi kalau tak boleh, I will usually try to get back to you and answer that on one of my weekly programs, okay? All right, on Wednesday where I do my weekly Q&A session. So for example, all right, back to no MixStream, okay? So I do this little Q&A. If you guys are watching this, right, if you haven't already, do head down to my YouTube channel, okay? And if you are not following me, don't just only follow me on Facebook or the Studio 2105 page, but it will be great if you can head down to the YouTube page as well and become a subscriber, okay? So how to become a subscriber? Go to www.youtube.com/studio2105. Okay, so on my channel, okay, I've got lots and lots of content. Let me just scroll it down. Okay, so for example, now it's already coming into September. I've done how many videos? 50 plus, maybe coming up to 60 videos, man. So these are all the videos that I've done. I do every week. Usually I will do the MixStream. Okay, so far I've done like 12 episodes of MixStream already. Everything from the track which I did with Slapshock, Hip Hop Akatsuki. Okay, I've done an Honest Mistakes brand new latest single. I mixed also this one a song that was done by Velvet, Aduk and Reach from Estrange. Banyak lah, alright. Dewata Raya, Slapshock, punk rock band, pop punk band, new metal band, pop band, semua ada, alternative rock band, gospel band, semua pun ada, right? And then whenever I don't do a MixStream, I do this live Q&A lah. Okay. Every week I also do a weekly update Wednesday where I update you guys on what's happening. What's happening with the studio, or maybe some interesting thing, interesting news that's happening in the music industry. Okay, right. So macam tu lah. Please head down and subscribe, yeah. Right. So thank you, Hazril. Okay, welcome for joining in. Macam mana keadaan Hazril, daripada mana? Okay, where are you from? Duduk dari mana? Okay, and macam mana keadaan sekarang? Okay, I mean, if you are siapa yang duduk kat Selangor, whoever in Selangor ni is facing a problem with air lah. It's like every time also always have the same problem lah. Okay, so okay, alright, so head on down to the YouTube channel. Okay, if you have any questions, anything at all, please send them over to me. Okay, best question of the night, again, best question of the night. Soalan yang terbaik, alright, every night I will send out, right, they will get a copy of this CD, super limited, okay, Project EAR, East Asian Revolution, alright, this was our first album lah, right, so check it out, okay, best question wins a copy of the CD. Alright, so this is going to be a very chill session, alright, if there's no, okay, alright, if there's nothing, if there's nothing going on, it's cool. If you have questions, I will answer them, right? Or if you have anything you want to chat about. Kalau anybody, if you're watching, this is actually a very open platform. I want it to be very interactive. So if you guys are working on any music, anything you want to share, you got your new songs, or you have a new gear or new guitar you want to talk about, right? Feel free. If you got right? Okay. So hold on again. There's some questions coming in. Okay, so I lost my train of thought, man. I was thinking of something, then I saw a comment, then I was like, oh, I forgot. Okay, let me see. I'll get back to it lah. Okay, right. So Azril kata, I think dekat Petaling Jaya sekarang ni so far okay lah, ada air lagi. Okay, right. Hopefully okay, right. So have to save a bit water, jimat sikit. right? Save some water. Harap it won't be too long lah. Dia orang kata usually 4 or 5 days. But one thing about Syabas and all that is dia orang usually katakan, gangguan air selama let's say 72 jam. Okay, let's say 72 jam lah. That's 3 days, right? But they usually get it done faster, and so I am quite I won't say impressed, but I'm quite impressed that they have this this strategy of over promise, no, under promise, but they over deliver. So it's usually, I've always had that experience lah. So hopefully all right, you guys are staying okay over this weekend lah. All right, save a bit of water and all that. Okay. Okay, right. So, okay, we have some questions here. All right, very cool. I got one question. How was the feel and experience of mixing the song of... Okay, very long name, okay? Muji kalau kita kata kat depan by Hectic. Actually, the punya title lagi panjang dah, but I think they shortened it down. Okay, so the Muji kalau kita kata kat depan by Hectic. How long was the progress? I'm really into that song currently. Yeah, right. So yes, that was one of the singles from the band Hectic. So I had the pleasure of number one, I recorded the drums. The boys came over to my studio and recorded the drums here with me. So that was the very first thing that they buat lah. They'll record the drums, and then everything else, the bass, guitar, vocals, they'll record back at their home studio and also at Mo's home studio. Okay, so wow, how is the feel and experience of mixing the song? Okay, this is a very, very good question. Okay, now I'll just give a very short, brief answer. The whole project was fun. It was fun, it was really, really fun. Meeting the guys for the first time when they came into the studio. Actually, sidetrack, I didn't realize that before they came to the studio, I actually met them before. Because they actually came for one of my Studio 2105 open days. Dulu, I think in 2015 ke 2016, I used to do like an open day. And that was fun, tapi it was really fun. The open day was really cool because it's literally an open day lah, right? So I read open day, siapa je boleh datang, come and visit. I'll usually have someone do a little guest talk and all that. So actually, that was the first time I met them. Then I remember, they showed me the photo, right? the guy sent me a photo of that. I don't know whether I can find it or not. I'll try and see. Okay, so perasaan, so it was really fun. The songwriting, as you guys know, right? Hectic is, their music is really a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. It's fun because there are a lot of their songs always have very, very odd and sudden transitions. Okay, so sometimes tiba-tiba, the verse going to chorus, then from chorus you expect a verse, tapi transition to a different section, different part. And then lagu ni for Muji Kalau, then tiba-tiba dekat tengah dia it goes into the reggae punya part. So their songs are all about fun, man, right? I mean, but here's the thing. I actually recorded an interview and sat down with an interview with Hype, all right, the lead vocalist and the with the guitarist, right? So I've actually recorded an episode of the song breakdown that's currently being edited right at the moment. Okay, that interview ran for about almost 2 hours. We had 2 hours and we chit-chatted, and we called out and we talked about the song. So but actually for that episode, kita not talking about Muji Kalau Kita Kat Depan, alright? So even though that's actually their single and there's the video for it, let me sort of link you to that video. Let's go and look for Hectic Muji Kalau. You guys can see my screen, right? Itu dia, right? Okay. Well, there's also the this is the one. Let me mute the audio first. Okay, right. Okay. Can you guys see it? Yeah, okay. So this is the video of Muji Kalau. Plus, it's a fantastic video. It's really fun and really enjoyable video. The guys really, really did a great job. So I sat down on that 2-hour-long interview with Hype. We talked on a lot of things. We talked about we talk about the song. The song that we talked about actually on that one was Another Loser Anthem. All right, so quick teaser. Actually, why Hype chose Another Loser Anthem, right, was because actually that's his favorite song of the EP, okay, from the Dog Days Diaries EP. So we sat down for 2 hours. We chat. We talked about the reason, what is his inspiration behind the song, the recording process, and after that we also look into the mixing session. Okay, previously I've done I think 4 episodes of song breakdown. Right, I've done with for Loco, Pujaan Hati. I've done for Jamil Said, for Toy, Nizam Lagu. I did one with my friends Zulia, and the next one that's coming up, right, will be with Hectic lah. Okay, so stay tuned. Right, so bila video tu dah keluar, I akan announce, right, if you subscribe to my channel, right, and when you click on the notification, you akan updated lah bila the video is out. Okay, but perfect. That's a really great question. Okay, so that video memang akan really give you an in-depth, because we really had it's almost like listening to a podcast episode lah. We really sat down with Hike, and we talked, and he really told me the story behind what's the inspiration, and memang experience pengalaman diorang. Because I think it's not just, I don't just want to share my experience of how my viewpoint of working or doing a song. I would want to always hear from you guys out there. I want to hear from the band. I want to hear from the artist. So that's why I love doing the song breakdown episodes. Okay, with the various bands. Okay, because I want to hear what their experience is. Right, I want to hear their stories of their blood, their sweat, their tears, their emotional breakdowns, and everything, and all the stress that went into it. So their experience, the guys that they put into it, right, Hectic, their experience in making their EP was a really stressful and painful experience for them lah, right? So personally, that's what they told me. But I won't spoil the surprise lah. If you stay tuned for that video when it comes out, right, you can check it out. Okay, so subscribe to that, then you have the answer. Alright, so cool. Right, good question, man. Very very cool, because you read my mind. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about, right? So that video is being edited sekarang, and hopefully it will be done sooner. I actually wanted to try to get it ready by Monday, but sekarang ni preparing for the Direct Access Music Workshop, which is tomorrow morning, right? Starting tomorrow. So it's been super crazy busy lah this week. Super crazy busy, man. Okay, so let's see. Any more questions? Just a great question. Okay, thank you very much, Hazbil. Okay, soalan yang terbaik sekali. Okay, cool. Okay, let me share this into. I want to share the stream of the video. Okay, right. Hazil says, sure, can't wait for the video. Haha, thanks for the answer and teaser, dude. Okay, right, yeah. I'll try my best to put it out as fast as I can lah, right? So earliest I think will be next week, Monday, right? So Monday, because Monday is usually when I schedule for all the other videos, right? So my upload schedule is always Wednesday is for the weekly update Wednesday video. Friday is for MixStream or the Ask Me Anything session like tonight. And Monday will always be for tutorials. It will always be for other miscellaneous punya videos lah. So Monday depan is berapa bulan 5, 6, 7, 7, 14. So September 14, hopefully I will put that out. Okay. Pressure ni kena siapkan, right? So one thing, especially under time PKP ni, right, learning how to do YouTube, learning how to do videos. I've taught myself how to do video editing and stuff like that. It's like, it's not easy, man. It's a tough work. So a lot of respect to all of you guys out there who are video editors and videographers. Benda ni pun bukan senang lah. Okay, so it was really nice and really cool to learn everything about editing, learn about lighting, learn about cameras and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so I'm an audio guy, right? So all this while, try not to think so much about video, but it's cool, man. Right? And so I'm gonna come in and take your jobs. I'm just kidding, okay, guys, video guys out there, right? There's no way lah, okay, right? We're just I'm still just an amateur, okay. All right, very very cool. Let me just go down and I nak buat some check my bank account. Check bank account pula. Okay. I have some little bit of paperwork to take care of, and trust me, running a studio is it's just like running any kind of business. Okay, it's no different. It's nothing special. It's not that running a studio, people, wow, we are recording and mixing all day, we're writing music, we're being creative every day. No, not really. Right, there's a lot of mundane stuff and mundane tasks that need to be done as well. Okay, paperwork, writing invoices, writing follow-up emails, putting quotations, proposals, issuing receipts, doing checking your banking, checking your accounts, benda macam EPF, all those kind of administrative stuff that you have to do. And maintenance, taking care of it, right? Cleaning the studio, bersih the studio, cuci tandas, everything, cuci pinggan mangkuk, all the cawan, cleaning up everything after the musicians and the studio are done. I still do that on my own, man. It's still something that I do personally. Okay, right? So yeah, okay. Yay! What of the there's always the joke, I think, that goes, what's the best three words that you everybody loves to love, right? So cliche punya answer is I love you lah. Okay. Right, but actually for us the best three words that we love to listen to is, okay, best three words that we love to listen is duit dah masuk. Or the English version is check is in, the check is ready. Okay, so these are the three most favorite words. So yeah, duit dah masuk, tak banyak, not a lot, just small job, small little job. So just a little bit of pocket change. Where is my notepad and notebook? Okay, guys, give me a second. All right, I now go and take my water. I thought I left my eye here. Okay, right. I need to go grab a drink. Don't run away. Okay. Any questions? Please leave them down in the comments below. Or if you just wonder if you're watching this, you don't have any questions, just say hi, man. All right, let me know that you are there. Let me know how's everything going. Okay, back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. All right, 3-4 persons. Okay, right, cool. Hey, if you're watching this, please say hi. You guys are tuning in, please say hi and let me know you are there in the chat. Okay, any other questions? Like leave live Q&A session. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me just reply this email. I've received the payment. Thank you very much, JD. Okay, right. Orang email you, at least have the decency to reply lah. Okay, excuse me. Last to print. Something need to print. Something I need to print for my folks at home. Okay, jom minum teh, green tea. So I've been drinking green tea, man, for like maybe the past 2 years or so. Kurangkan gula, cut out sugar, cut out excess sugar, especially, right? So, I know it's always been green tea. Green tea for me. Yeah, all right. Okay. Ooh, panas. It's good. You guys can see the steam coming out of it. Okay, so as the title of my little chat goes, okay, tomorrow is day one of the Direct Access Music Production Workshop. I'm really excited to kick it off, right? Hope and really excited to catch up and to meet those of you who have signed up for the workshop lah. Okay, so that would be very very cool. Okay, let me just copy this, show in the folder. Well, in the meantime, actually, Project EA, we are working on some new material actually. So, as usual, yeah, our usual collaborator is James Dewis. Should I even talk about it? Okay, just a sneak peek lah. We are working on some demos. Okay, a couple of songs because we are planning to put out an EP. And the great thing about this EP is that we got a very very famous producer and engineer to work on this album. Okay, I don't think I'm allowed to tell you, but sneak peek lah. There is some stuff that's going on. Okay. All right. Let's see. Apa lagi? What else is going on, man? That's the invoice. Okay, cool. All right. How is everyone doing on their water situation? Hopefully everything is okay lah. Right. 2105 with some messages coming in. Let's clear up all these emails. Labor Day. Oh, no thanks. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. Right. Enough of all this Labor Day sales and plugin sales. No thank you, man. They're really, trying to poison us, man, with all these sales and everything. ML Sound Lab. Plugins. Okay. Delete. Great. No sales, please. We found it. Try the next version of Filmora 9. Try the next version. 2 free effect packs. Yay! Who doesn't like free stuff, man? Who doesn't like free stuff? Alright. Okay, right. Okay. Hang on a second now. I saw something there. I'm just downloading some software first. How do I download this? Okay. Save, eh? Okay, right, cool. Alright. Just want to share with you. Sometimes I watch Rick Beato YouTube channel. Rick Beato is great, man. Okay. Not sure if you like this guy or not in YouTube, but his content about music, especially his weekly episode of What's Make This Song Great. Yeah, when he discovered the instrumentation theory used in the famous song songwriting skills for the missing story of the song. Yes, of course. Have you ever heard about Rick Beato? Yes, of course. I've heard of Rick Beato, man. All right. So, really cool. His channel is absolutely fantastic. All right. One of my favorite channels when it comes to, okay. All right. You can't really see my face up here. All right. Can you see me here? Okay. Because Haswil, your comment is so big, right, that it's kind of blocking my face already. But yes, all right. Okay, I do watch Rick Beato's channel. Let me see whether I can make this a little smaller. Yeah, okay, that's better. Okay, otherwise it's now covering my face, right? So yeah, man, I really love his the What Makes This Song Great. His a lot of his channels. He really puts a lot of the variety, and I do follow. He's got really inspiring. I think his channel really blew up when he did the video of his son Dylan, right? His son has perfect pitch, so he did that video, and that video really blew his channel up a couple of years ago, right? So fantastic, man, right? So really great, great stories and experiences of how his career of being a musician and a producer as well. His analysis of all these weeks of what makes his songs great and discussions, all that are really good. So yeah, it's a great channel to follow. Okay, right? I can only wish to be a channel of him like that lah, right? Okay. Uh, Another one I love, the other two YouTube channels and platforms which I love watching are Produce Like a Pro, right? Warren Hewart, that is also amazing. Okay, amazing. I think really really look up to him. He's an amazing guy. All right. And to a lesser extent, Pro Audio Files. So proaudiofiles.com is also really really cool. And Pure Mix. Okay, so Pure Mix is also really good. Pure Mix gets a little bit more technical, more advanced, so it's not really suitable for everyone. But I like it and I enjoy it, and I suspect those of you who are a little bit more techy and more geeky would find it interesting as well. Okay, right. So as you say, sorry for the big comment. Haha. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Yes. So yeah, I do watch Rick Piano's channel, man, and I wish I had more time to watch a lot of channels as well. Um, but not forgetting foreign people locally as well, right? We have some of our guys who also do a lot of content, Um, one that's been around. I like watching Adri Hashim's channel because sometimes you always have good. He always have his personal rants and sometimes it's rants lah. Okay, he will have his personal talk, his personal rants of whatever opinion or issue or topic regarding music in general. So sometimes I watch the channel. So shout out to Adri Hashim. Okay. Ramat also come from Kamikaze on his studio also does videos like that from his studio. It's also somewhere you can definitely check out lah. Okay. Who else? Right. I think a few others of the other places. I think Bijan, right, also does his series of the Ruang Bertamu. He did that, and I also featured. I was really really be thankful to be featured on one of the episodes of Ruang Bertamu by on the Bijan FX's channel. And I think at High Castle they do it with Piggy, right? So they do big talk and all of that lah, right? So really cool for me. My channel, my content, it's just a small channel only lah, okay, right? So slowly perlahan kayu, okay, yeah. So yeah, thanks JD for the other suggested YouTube channel. We'll look out for them later. Yeah, but then there's in the end sometimes there's just so much content out there that so much content out there that we there's no time to look at all of it lah. All right. So one thing that I have to say, I want to sort of put out a little bit of word of not to say word of warning, okay, maybe, but yeah, I would say word of warning is that on YouTube you don't want to believe everything that you read or every video that's put out. Okay, you always want to make sure that whoever you're watching has a portfolio, comes from at least has some authority, right? Some background of authority, right? In doing this, because there are some of them, right, who do put out these videos, and especially when it comes to all the instructional videos on how to do this, how to do that. Some of them are not really coming from a position of authority lah. Okay, and I tak kata apa-apa, I'm nobody, just one little Malaysian engineer and producer here in KL doing this thing. Some of them diorang, Mat Saleh, punya channel, wah, banyak subscriber, hundreds and thousands of subscribers. So tak semestinya, not necessarily everything you see, right, is necessarily correct. But then again, it's fine. YouTube is YouTube. It's a great source. It's a great source for education. um uh, I related to the same issue also. Sometimes on the news, there are a lot of newsletters from these topics and these channels, and manufacturers. So they'll always include some kind of tips and tricks. It's like, oh man, how many of these things I can read this, but some of them not necessarily again really give very helpful advice. So take what you can, okay. Take what's useful, learn, try and apply it, see whether it applies and it works for you lah. Because in their defense, okay, all right, not everyone experience or not everyone's journey is the same lah. Some people will have a different experience, when talking about, let's say for example, analog summing, which is okay, a super hot debatable topic lah, okay, right. So versus some other experience. So I think that was one of the issues. One of the channels was talking about analog summing, right? They did a video about that. I won't mention which channel, okay. They did a video on analog summing, but then it turns out that person itself never had experience with analog summing, never personally owned or bought an analog summing mixer and tried working and incorporating that workflow into their process. When you have not tried it, right? When you have not tried something, when you don't have any personal direct experience with a product or with a technique or a method, you're really not in a position to give any kind of opinion, because you are not coming from a position of authority or with the right information lah. So for example, when somebody asked me, I think the other day, somebody asked me, oh yeah, okay, right. We did a recording session last night for a project with Afiq, right? Afiq PB, and the drummer, the sessionist that was the drummer that we used was Nick Akil from Loco. So he was sessioning on that project. So at the end we chat, and then he was asking about drum microphones. So he asked me, oh, what's your opinion about the Audix dynamic microphones? Okay, I straight away said that, oh, I have no personal experience with the Audix microphones. For example, I think there's the Audix i5 and all that, right? Okay, so I have no personal experience, so I cannot really say or give any kind of opinion, right? It's really meaningless for me to say what I think about something when I tak pernah guna benda tu. I've never used an Audix i5. I never used any of the Audix condensers. I've only ever used the Audix D6, right? The D6, which is their kick drum mic. I used to own one, okay? Used to own one. Sold it. Okay, right. So I never have any experience with the Audix dynamic, the Audix i5. So that's why I can't offer a comment, right? If somebody asks me what's my opinion on the Telefunken M251, I can't say that. I can't give my opinion because I've never used one, right? I have used U87, U67. I have used those before, so at least that one I can comment on the sound lah, on how it is lah, right? But everything else, right? Unless you really really have the experience of using or using this technique or that, if you are an expert because you read a lot of articles or you browse a lot on forums, it's not really, in my opinion, like my IMHO, in my humble opinion, that not necessarily puts you in a position of authority to talk about something lah. Okay, right? Okay. You belum cuba, belum tahu. Okay, so that is just my little opinion on that. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I got a question. Someone who was asking about the workshop. Right. He's asking. Right. Okay. The official workshop is 40. Okay. So he was asking. Right. The workshop is a 6-week long program, right? So I think some people are confused about the workshop. They think that I'm having 6 different workshops. I mean the same workshop every 6 weeks. It's not that, right? The direct access music production workshop is okay. So the direct access music production workshop is the direct access music production workshop is a 6-week long workshop. So every week, right, we move from one topic to another. Okay, and I guess the best way to really for me to explain it is, well, is to check out the video which I did. So where is the video? Okay, let's go down to this. The workshop, which there you go. All right, episode 18, which was 3 weeks ago. So, really want to know what the explanation of what the direct access music production workshop is, you have to check out this video lah. Okay, please head on down to my YouTube. Okay, a lot of other stuff in our video. Actually, a lot of questions that most of the commonly asked questions, right? A lot of times I already covered already. So I apologize in advance if I, seem to be selling my YouTube channel a lot lah. Okay, but again, some of the questions if are great. Any questions are great there as well. I would love to hear from you all. Okay, okay, alright. Okay, sambung apa yang kita buat tadi. Alright, program. Okay. It's not saying no shot. Repeated. Okay, right. With a progressive schedule and topics. Cover. Okay. Alright, so I got an inquiry lah from somebody on my Facebook page about the workshop, but then unfortunately, the workshop slots are already full. Let me just copy this, right? Check out this video for an explanation on. Okay, yeah. Send. Very, very cool. Okay. So great questions, man. Anybody who's watching there, all right, please, as usual, this is the weekly live Q&A. Whenever there's no MixStream, I will always make a commitment to you guys out there who are watching, to the patrons, to the other community members as well. I'll always make it a point to at least have some kind of interactive session with you guys. Okay, so yeah. So the where was my train of thought? Okay. See again, I lost my train of thought again. All right. So it's really what we're gonna do is send me if you're watching this. Okay, if you have any questions regarding any sort of questions regarding recording, mixing, mastering, music production, music theory, music business, music career. How it's like experience with my band. Okay. Everything related to music lah. Okay. With local music, please leave it down below. And right, to give it and to sweeten the deal, right? Best question of the night, right? Right, I'm gonna be here until 12 midnight, so that's about 1 hour 15 minutes more. Right, best question of the night is gonna win this. Okay, this a copy of the Project EAR Revolution album. This was our first album that we put out. These are the super limited edition. Very few copies of this left. So right, best question of the night is gonna win a copy of this lah. Okay, so send me all your questions, man. If you want to win a CD, right? Send me your questions and I'll try my best to answer them for you right here. If not, I'll try to address them in one of the future episodes on Weekly Update Wednesday. Okay, so let's get back to my channel and see your channel. Tweet deck. Tweet. Okay, let me customize my channel. Let's see. All right. Oh, the guy replied, "Thank you. You're welcome, man." Right, dude. Check out Ted, I don't know if you are right. Okay. I wonder if he's watching this right now. Okay, Ted, if you answer, if you are watching this video, please say hi. Okay, and I can be glad to answer your questions directly if you wanna find out more lah. Okay, let me see. Let me edit my homepage. Edit. So starting video, very first video will be this. Okay, smartphone or user interface. Save. Done. Yes. Okay. So subscribers, renewing. Oh, by the way, whoever's watching this, please do head on down to my YouTube channel. Okay, do click on the subscribe button. This is my YouTube channel, the Direct Access MixStream channel. URL is right. The URL is www.youtube.com/22105. Let me quickly share it. Okay, this is the one. Do check it out. Okay, no, that's not my channel. That's my homepage. This is my channel. Ta-da! Okay, cool. All right, I've done loads and loads of videos, so please do head on down and check it out. Lots of video content for you guys. Okay, out there. I think like 50 plus 60, almost 60 videos already. Right, that's coming up. Let me count. Now, proper videos that I recently uploaded lah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 5, 50. Oh my god, that's almost 80 videos. Okay, I can't believe it, right? 80 videos already. Now, I actually on this channel, right? There are a lot of other old videos down here which I updated. Some of these videos are like 5 years ago because this channel was right. I just kept it there, but was never active lah. I just uploaded some videos. Yeah, my most watched video was actually a video from 5 years ago where it was recording guitars with bunk face. 5 years ago, that was like 25k views lah. All right, so that was really, really cool. It was a short video with Paan and Yok inside the studio, and we were recording guitars for one of the songs. Yeah, so these are all these little short outtake videos I did. Hyperact, S Strange, recording with Upon Arrival, Sakura Band, with Fan, Kadras, stuff like Hyperact also, Kada of Butterfingers, right, and all that lah. Okay, so all these old videos are also up there. But some of these short sneak stuff I also do a little sneak peek. Oh gosh, speaking of which, right. Okay, let me reply this guy. All right, you're welcome. Videos of the workshop will be up on the YouTube channel. Do subscribe and follow the Direct Access Instagram page to be notified when the videos are okay, right. So yeah, so those of you who are not able to make it for the workshop on ground event, okay, the content, we're gonna have video cameras there. We're gonna be shooting and we're gonna be recording the entire content of the workshop, and we're going to be posting those videos up online, so you can always watch them at the comfort of your home lah. So I will be putting out next week's video. I will put it out, right, and I'll definitely put it up on the social media and all my posts up there, right. The Direct Access official Instagram as well. Okay, do check it out and do follow it. Let me just put out the page for you. So once how to access those videos, I will put it up, and then you guys will be able to check it out lah. Okay, so where are we? Direct Access 2105. There we go. Okay, let me share that with you. This is the Instagram, the official Direct Access Instagram page. Here it is. Okay. Can you guys see it? Right, there you go. Right. Doesn't look very good on the web version, but this is being handled by my admin over there. Okay. So this is the Instagram page. Very, very cool, man. Very cool the way that he's done. So follow the Instagram page, right? So over there, that's where I will make all the updates. Okay, right. Wow. Okay, right. All the updates regarding the direct access, the MixStream programs, and all the workshops and tutorials, everything will be updated there, lah. Okay. Okay. Very cool. So, wow, Hazril, more questions, man. Just Hazril only having questions. How about the rest of you guys out there, man? Do you guys have any other questions? Okay. If not, if you don't have any questions, nobody of you have got a good question. Hazril is gonna be the one that's gonna be walking away with the CD. So who knows, right? Okay. Looks like if nobody answers any or gives a better question than Hazril is gonna be the one walking away with this CD lah. Okay. So. All right, this is a great question, man. I wonder how you got the name of your studio 2105. Is it related to the time 9:05 p.m.? Okay, right. So I guess this is time to tell the story lah. Okay, right. I always wanted to sort of. I've told this story to many people who come here and ask me in the studio, but everyone always kind of wonders why it's called 2105. Okay. So different people have different guests. They have different guests. So some of them they guess that it's some of them guess that it's like you mentioned, like it's related to 9:05 p.m. Does it mean that I only open and open the studio at night 9:05 p.m.? Actually, you're technically right. My night sessions are actually at 9 p.m. lah. Okay. But no, that's not the only reason. So other people always also ask that, oh, is that my birthday, or is it when you started the studio, May 21 hari bulan Mei ke, or something like that, or does that number have a special significance? And yes, the number has a special significance. And all right, listen back to me. Let me try and look for a CD first. Let me try and look for something, and I'll answer that question. Okay. Can't find it. I don't know where it is, but let me look for the poster somewhere. No, I have the poster somewhere. Found it. I found this poster. Okay, so right now this is Dragon magazine, man. So I don't know whether you guys can see this. Okay, you guys see this poster? You guys see this? Right. Is this poster familiar to any one of you? Anybody who's watching this? Okay. Now I don't know lah. If you are familiar, if you know who these guys are, you are legendary lah. Okay. So Teh Tarik Crew. Teh Tarik Crew consists of, right? Okay. Okay. Is that really ultimate? When? Okay. Teh Tarik Crew. From left to right, ultimate, Miss Nina, fictional, DJ Fast. Yeah, so that's right. Teh Tarik Crew. So here's the connection between 2105 and Teh Tarik Crew lah. So when I first started, okay, when I first started, when I first started doing this home recording, I was still studying in ICOM, right, International College of Music, here in KL. So I started getting into the home studio thing at about 2000, yeah, at about 2000, right. The reason why I did started home studio, is because that in ICOM, right, you only have one studio, and I think it's the same problem now in every audio college until to this day. All the students all berebut untuk book studio time, so there's no time to work studio. So that was why I started doing a home studio, because it's just impossible to get your assignments and your projects done lah. So I did, so that's why started a home studio. So I ran this home studio out of my apartment. I used to stay dekat satu apartment in Bukit Antarabangsa. Okay. So my apartment dekat sana. So one of the things that what really helped to kick me off was with this home studio is I actually took a loan. I actually borrowed money from my mum. All right. So it was 10k, 10,000 ringgit. Right. So I borrowed 10k to start off lah. Right. Got a computer, right? Got a decent computer, a pair of monitor speakers, which a pair of Behringer Truths actually. One mic, one mixer, and one audio interface. The first interface I got was the Creative Labs Audigy, Sound Blaster Audigy, because that was like, they touted it like, the first Creative Labs Sound Blaster card that's suited for home recording. It was a piece of shit lah. Okay, it was a pile of crap. It was a piece of shit. It could not do what it promised. It sucked. It was promising that this will be the card for home recording and everything, but it was a piece of shit. Okay, so I very quickly got rid of that and I upgraded it to another proper sound card lah. So anyway, when I started off, so I had to justify how to recoup back the investment of that money. You see, I pinjam duit from my parents, from my mom. So I find a way lah. So instead of just the equipment there, I set it up as home studio and started promoting and advertising my services. So I used to get on a lot of the forums. I got on all the online forums. Last time, before days of Facebook and all that, it was all online forums, and that was really, really cool. It was really cool. We had ibands.net. We had the basement. The basement was for hip hop, okay? And Jamtang. Jamtang was for everything else lah. Yes, Jamtang used to be a forum or website, www.jamtang.com, and all that, before what it is now lah, which is a Facebook group, buy and sell group. That was what Jamtang was, man, in the past. Jamtang, a long history, very, very sejarah panjang, right? So I did a lot of vocal recording back at home because that was kind of what we limited. You could do. I could do some guitars lah, some electric guitar I can do. I put it in another room. I have another spare room. Then I run the mic cable. But benda, when it comes to drums, that one cannot lah. Drums either I have to program, or if they have the budget, then you can go and rent and record drums at the studio, then bring the projects back to my home lah. So one of the earliest projects that I worked on was Teh Tarik Crew's second album. It's called How's the Level? How's the Level? Or what's the level? I keep mistaking the name, man. Teh Tarik Crew. Teh Tarik Crew's second album. What was this, yo? Oh, How's the Level? No. What's next? I'm like super confused, man. How's Level was their first album. What's Next was their full album, okay? That came out in 2002. Mixology Music. Here we go. Man. So this is under Mixology Music, man. Oh, so Fuzz has it under his... What? It's only got 1,600 views? Oh, man. Okay. So yeah, this album lah, okay? What's Next? The What's Next album. So oh, wait a minute. Can you guys see it? No, you guys can't, right? Okay, let me share that screen with you so you can see it. I don't know whether I get a copyright claim for this lah, but hey, if I get a copyright claim for this, because sometimes they will copyright claim for the video as well. So this was the one. I guess let me pause it lah. Maybe they just see this. Okay, very quickly I show you very quickly. Right, and blah, this is the one. Okay, and boom. Okay, cukup. Right. Otherwise, later I get a copyright claim. I hope not. If I get a copyright claim, I have to go and ask Fuzz, hey Fuzz, please release the copyright claim because it's under Mixology Music. So sorry, right? Backtrack. So the second album was recorded. 60% of the vocals was recorded here. So I got to know them because we were label mates under Positive Tone, right? And then their manager was Yanis American. Eventually came to manage Pop Shabit as well, right? And she's one of the most amazing managers out there lah. Okay, so they would record like 60%, about 60-70% of the vocals on the record was actually recorded with me on my home studio, in my bedroom, in my apartment, right? So I had, all four members of the Tarik crew will be coming over. Ultimate, Fig, Faz, Miss Nina, all of them have slept on my bed, on my sofa, because in my bedroom kan, right? So I have like a sofa bed. So so it's like whenever it's not their turn, and then we might be spending a few hours, they have nothing to do. Oh, so they just like slept the tido on my bed in my room. So yeah, so I spent many times, a lot of hours, really fun times with them lah. So album 2 dah siap, finished recording, right? They sent off. I think they mixed it elsewhere. I was only doing the recording lah. So when it was done, Ultimate came back to me. It was time to write the credits. Okay, so obviously you want to put the credits in the album liner lah. He said, hey JD, okay, time to put the credits in the album. So for the engineering credits, what should we put your studio name under? You want to say, you want to call it JD Studio? I was like, no lah. You name a studio after yourself is a bit poyo lah, it's a bit pretentious lah. Okay, so I said, no lah, I don't want to call it. I have no idea. Okay, I never thought of giving my studio a name, you see. And then Ultimate replied this, okay? Right, I don't know whether he remembers this clearly or not, right? But I have mentioned it to him a couple of times lah, because I remember it very clearly, right? Then he just said, we just call it 2105 lah, right? And the reason we call it that, because that was my apartment, my house address, right? So my old apartment where I did my home studio, where Studio 2105 was born, the address was tingkat 21, unit number 5. It was an apartment in the Bukit Antarabangsa. Okay, you can probably know that it's called the Athenaeum, right? So man, I had a lot of especially hip hop when I was starting off. I think 80% of my work was involved with hip hop, man. So, right, hip hop is nothing new to me lah. Really familiar with the world of hip hop until this day. Okay, so yeah, so that's how the name stuck. So the name, he put that as 21-.05 because I decided to put the dot like the time signal, the semicolon, because it looked a little bit cooler, a little bit different, right? Actually, maybe now if it's like 20. Now if it's 2020, I would probably do a 21.05. Right? That's more in tune, but the name stuck. So he put it inside the album, and everybody started calling it, hey, 2105, 2105, 2105. Hey, hey, JD Studio 2105. So the name stuck right? Until to this day. Okay, so itulah cerita dia of how I got the name Studio 2105. It was thanks to Teh Tarik crew. It was thanks to their second album, which I recorded a lot of their vocals, and the name was actually coined by Ultimate. So credit all goes to Ultimate, man. He's the one that came up with the name. Yeah. So cool story and a great question from you, man. The CD looks like it's gonna go to you lah, unless somebody can give a better question. Okay, CD is up for grabs. Okay, best question of the night. Okay, we'll get the CD. So I'll be here until 12 midnight, so that's another 55 minutes more. Just about 50 minutes, and usually for the last 5 minutes I will do a little sign off lah. Okay, I'll sign off, do a little sign off segment So yeah, great question there, man. Okay, I love kind of questions like this, right? Because it does take me back down to memory lane and all that. Okay, now excuse me, I got to send out one email to the boss of Aries Music. Okay, what's up with Yahoo? Yahoo is doing something a little bit weird. Do you know when I want to? When last time when we want to, why doesn't it autofill the email addresses anymore? That's so weird. Okay, writing email. Okay, mailboxes. Add a mailbox. Personalized inbox. Viewing email. What's going on? Why does it not? Why does it not include the? How do we say? Why does it not auto complete the email addresses now? Huh? It's so inconvenient, though. Okay, never mind. All right. So great question there. That was a little bit of history. I will do another longer detailed video. I'll probably post that up on one of the week. I'll probably answer that question properly on again on one of the episodes up. But again, great man. Thank you for that question, Nazrik. Yeah. Aha, now we all know the origin story of Studio 25 plus the origin of Jamtang. Yes, okay. Yeah. Jamtang especially, right? Back in the day, now of course, right, the forum as a format, right, is dead. It's very few forums are still active. I think the only one, if we talk about gear, is still Gear Sluts. Okay, that's the only one that's still active. But most forums nowadays are just usually catered towards a very specific user base, lah, product user base or something like that. Those are the only forums lah that are active. The more wider community type style forums are dead lah. Basically, it's dead because it's all moved to Facebook. Okay. Jam Tank back in the day, and still I would argue until to this day, in 2020, uh, was one of the best community sites in Southeast Asia, right? So Jamtang used to have many different subforums, right? So I used to have Gear Talk, used to have Studio Talk, we have Band Talk, then we have the Buy and Sell, right, which was usually the most popular, lah. But in each of these subforums, right, we always have different administrators. So obviously, I was made the moderator for the Studio Talk subforum. And back then, early 2000s, okay, we had a lot of really good expertise and real experts in a lot of fields, especially talk about gear and guitar. Um, and I don't want to say it proud myself, right? I was representing the studio side of things, and that forum had a lot of really good resources. People were writing articles. I wrote a lot of articles and wrote. This is not copy and paste. This is like really wrote and typed out articles. We did a lot of community work. Answering questions, tackling issues, tackling technical stuff, questions and answers on the Jamtang forum, and it was very advanced and very ahead of its time for its day lah. We had really good people who betul-betul had very good expertise. Anybody to talk about pickups, anyone to talk about guitar setup, about amp repairs, everything, those guys were there, man, right in the forum. Alright, so some of them are still there, and back then and even until now, it's still, I would argue very strongly in favor that Jamtang was still the best platform and resource for music in the whole of Southeast Asia. Okay, if you go to all right, okay, and no offense to my friends over in Singapore and other countries, right, Philippines, you kind of go to the other forums. Singapore one especially, it's not very good. the expertise that was there by the users, right? Never reached the level of how the discussions went on in Jamtech, right? Because we really could get down to really technical stuff, right? And really detailed stuff, right? So bukan main-main punya calang-calang punya orang lah, right? So a lot of technical expertise and all that. So and of course the flame wars lah. The flame wars, man, back then, right? So nothing like now we can't really get real flame wars or happening in on Facebook at Jamtang now, because it gets shut down very very quickly. But last time on the forums, man, the flame wars were like, yeah, the guys in Jamtang are really helpful. They were always there, especially when you give some knowledge. You're talking about the Facebook page or the forum, right? Because unfortunately, I can say I can tell you that the Facebook page and community, it's nowhere near the same level as the forum was lah, right? Because in the forum you had to type out in long form, you really had to type it out, right? And and they were really good detailed and technical questions lah. You had people who really know what they were doing and know what they were saying and know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, now in the Facebook group, not everyone. I think most of the comments there are from people who don't really know what they are saying. Of course, there are some great people, right? But majority of, I would say, more than half of this is like, again, there's nothing wrong for learning, right? There's nothing wrong to being someone who is an amateur, right? Or who's someone who is new into the guitar or guitar setup or amps or recording or whatever. It's nothing wrong with being new to it. But again, it goes back to my earlier question about some of the YouTube channels. If you have no experience, if you do not come from a position of authority to talk, to speak on something, right? Don't. You are causing more harm if you are just offering your comments, and sometimes non-constructive, right? If you're not especially the non-constructive ones, if you are offering your non-constructive comments or all that, please, you're just wasting other people's time lah, okay? Right? So unless you really come from a position of knowledge or background, I mean, that's our opinion. But you know what, it's free speech lah. People can say whatever they want. It's up to them, so we ourselves have to educate ourselves, be smart to know and to discern what is good information, what is bad information, okay? There's stuff which people can just simply copy and paste from the internet and just copy and paste and pass it off as their own knowledge, okay? And then some people who have actual real hands-on practical knowledge behind that. So cool, right? All right, another 45 minutes more, right? Great questions, man. Okay, thank you, Hazrael. And it's really, really cool. I really appreciate that you are still hanging out with me after an hour plus, listening to me talk and ramble. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not something like that. All right. So, okay. Let's see. Yeah. Right. Oh, another question on Malaysian Dumb Trader. Okay. Somebody was asking a question about soundproofing. Okay, right. So great. Time for me to link the tube to my video. Link to the comment. And this is a question that has popped up numerous times in the various FB groups. made a video on my YouTube channel that addresses this topic and especially pointing out the difference between sound proofing and acoustic treatment. Okay, let's type the URL to it. Sub confirmation equals 1. Yes, okay, here we go. Hopefully that leads to more videos. Yay! Hey, if you haven't subscribed, okay, please head on down to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it lah. So this was the topic which I was talking about: how to soundproof a room on a budget. Okay, one of the more widely viewed topics, right? 112 views. Again, I'm just a small, simple channel. All right, so okay, nothing great or fantastic there. Let's see. With letter to my in your own self. Happy birthday to the most awesome guitar tech in the world. Okay, just saying happy birthday to one of my former guitar techs and interns. He's a former student that I found from India all the way, man. Very cool. Okay, let's see what else we do. What was I doing? Oh, I was halfway typing the email and then I forgot to type it. What is weird? What is going on with Yahoo Mail, man? It's not auto filling the email addresses. Why, yeah? Why, yeah? Why, yeah? Okay, never mind. I have to go yahoo.com. Sending out a mix to the boss of the record label for them to approve. Let me type that out. Full mix, P2, MP3. Sometimes the for 9/2020. Here's a revised version of the mix. Of this one. Birds. I've got, well, in the middle of doing all the workshops, I've got like a lot of stuff to mix, man. I've got one hip-hop track to mix and I've got one pop song by a very big artist, right? That I can't really say who it is, but that I was very lucky to, oh no. Okay, I was very lucky that I worked with the producer recently, the songwriter and the producer, and she asked me to help to mix the song lah. Right, so can't say who the artist is, right? Can't reveal. Okay, China market. Okay, that's all I can say lah. All right. Okay, very cool, man. Right, let's see. Another question from Haswell. 4. Champion, man. May I get your opinion All right. So your question here is, make it your opinion why mostly every LP or EP, the band's musicians put their single as track number 2 or 3 in their album. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yep. You are right. Okay. So the reason behind it is very simple. You don't want to give away your best thing right at the start. Okay, let me kind of pause the video at the background because it might be a little bit. It's confusing for me because I'm monitoring the thing and I'm seeing two faces talking each other. So my brain is like telling me something weird. Let me put it back to this page. Okay, so yeah, yep. So you're not wrong. It's a right observation, and the reason is that because you don't want to deliver you don't want to give away the game lah. For example, that you don't want to give away the best thing right away. You want to tease the listener. You want to tease the audience into the whole listening experience. Okay, of course, the album format as a whole, and when you talk about in mainstream, it's kind of dead. The album format itself, it's only applicable, it's only relevant if you are still a band or an artist that tours a lot. And we know there's no touring lah because of COVID-19. Okay, it's not happening now. So the reason why it's for a listening experience. There's the same reason why, um, for me, I review the album track list, all right, the album playlist the same way I tell bands that this is this strategy. How would you, if you have your album or EP, when you are playing a live show and you have to play all the 10 songs, how would you order them? So you order them and list them down the way you want it on the CD lah. So how you want to perform them in a concert, how you want your fans and your audience to experience and to go through the whole journey of the album. That's how you put it in. So that's why sometimes the single, right, could be not necessarily the first song. The first song will draw you in, kind of prepare you for everything, build up the anticipation, and then boom, they hit you with a single. You see, right, right. So yeah. So usually it's counterproductive. Don't put a single on your very very first, right? It can also apply to release strategies as well, right? And you know, especially if you are a new artist or sometimes even artists who are trying to make a comeback. What you want to do is it has to be a long-term goal, especially nowadays when the whole market is very very singles based, singles driven. You need to have a long-term goal. And problem with a lot of artists, a lot of bands, a lot of and I would also say a lot of record labels, and unfortunately nowadays everything is very very short-sighted. They're all chasing the short-term goal. You know they want to have that instant hit. They want to have that viral hit, right? And there's no more artist development lah, right? Or if there is, I don't see it being very very effective. There's never any kind of long-term plan or long-term development. They sign an artist, if the artist doesn't make it, their first single, doesn't is not successful, boop, they drop the artist lah, or they forget about it, or they don't, they don't push through of it. So that's my criticism of a lot of record labels nowadays. There's no longer that long-term vision, that long-term artist development. So sometimes with bands also, that's also part of the release strategy lah, right? They should release their stuff. uh, um, you should prepare their songs and prepare the material. Let's say if they have an EP, don't just have all the songs ready. Okay, you can never know, you can never guarantee how much money you throw into a project, right? Or a song. It's not necessarily going to guarantee that it will be a hit lah. Okay, there's no guarantees, right, in this business. High risk, high reward. Okay, it's basically it's almost like gambling lah. Okay, so yeah, so that's why, right? So that's why the track listings are like that lah, right? So you don't want to give away you don't want to give away the ace in your stack, correct, of cards. You don't want to straight away your first play, pop, ace, right? Keep it, right? Play your cards right, play your cards nicely, and when the time is right, when you build enough buzz, you get enough of that little bit of initial excitement and attention, boom. Then only you hit them with this with the hit single. Yeah. So you have to learn how to ride the wave lah. Okay. So when I say ride the wave, here's what I mean. You put out your first single you release. Okay, let's say a band wants to do it, has an EP. The plan is the EP. Don't put out the EP straight away. Put the single out first. Right? Put out a strong song, a song which can give the listeners and audience a taste of what your music sounds like. Put it out, okay. As usual, make sure you of course have the video. Make sure your Spotify, your digital platform release all are in sync. Do it at the same time. Release on the same day. Don't go and put the video out like 2 weeks before, and then only put it out on Spotify. Time everything so you coordinate your efforts at the same time. Blast on social media, everything, okay, at the same time. Focus all your efforts, okay, because nowadays attention span is very, very, very short. Okay, so you have to maximize that short time period where you can to push your song, right? So you put your song out, right? Then you put that initial song out, promote the hell out of it, right? Push it, promote it as much as it, and then you see the wave, right? You see this initial wave go up, right? So the wave, oh, you get a lot of attention. People are watching the video, people are streaming, but very quickly, very soon, okay, all right, you see that it starts to taper off, and it starts to, it starts to dip, it starts to fall. People start to forget, right? Listeners are very, very quick to forget lah, okay? All right, they will move on to whatever the next more interesting is, whatever the next most exciting thing is, whatever is already last week's and yesterday's news already, okay? All right. Once you see that coming, you got to have your second single ready, okay? It should be even better. Your second round of your promotional material, whatever videos, your social media, pop. Once that wave is starting to go down, quickly put it out. Then that's time to put out the next single. All right. Then you see that going up again. Then you judge and see how it is. Okay. Right. Maybe if you get a good response, you're getting a lot of buzz from the first single, then boom, you hit them with the hit. You hit them with the single. You hit them with the hit single, the ace up your sleeve, so to speak. And that's how your marketing release strategy should be lah. Now, a quick disclaimer: I am not an expert when it comes to music business. I am not someone who is experienced in the record label, right? I have friends out there who are much better and have much better expertise in this to me. So, right, don't listen to me when it comes to, right? I only offer what my opinion is and what my experience is, lah. Okay, so generally speaking, right, you always want to have your ducks in a row, have all your right EPs, your singles ready. Put out those singles, 2 singles, 3 singles, maybe 3, right? Then only you come out with the EP, right? Don't just straight away put out EP. You have a much more longer time frame, lifespan, shelf life if you put out one single first, then maybe 2 months later put out the next single plus a video, then only the hit single, then only come out with the EP. Okay. So again, I'm not an expert, right? Maybe someone who's out there, if you're watching this, if you have much better, if you're an expert, yeah, go and talk to people, watch, go and check out, the other channels, right? Or other videos or other live streamers, right? Go and ask Darren Tay from an Artist Mistake what his opinion is, right? Because he can give you his perspective on how he strategizes on how he does the releases for an Honest Mistake and all that, right? So they are one of the most hardworking bands. They put out the single, and then after that, right, to make sure that the single stays relevant, he puts out remix versions, right? Then later on, when it's time, then he does the Hari Raya song, right? So that's how he keeps an Honest Mistake, the band, always on people's radar. So that's a good example. And Christmas, you put out a Christmas song, and put out a acoustic album, right? So there's always something new, there's always something different, a different story to talk about lah. Okay, so that is something to share about. Okay, 30 minutes to go, man. And great questions you put there. Hazriel has been the one putting out all the questions. This become like a one-on-one a personal session with Hazriel here. And now If nobody else comes up with good questions or a better question that will beat Hazril's question so far, right? Okay, he's gonna be walking away. Well, not walking away, lah, right? He's gonna be taking home a copy of the Project EAR Revolution album. Okay, right? Check it out. So thanks again, man, for the question. I'm gonna be here another 35 minutes, though. 30 minutes. 35 minutes, is it? Okay, it shows here 1:30. Oh, I think I started coming online like 5 minutes late. That's why. Okay, but it's cool, right? So I'm gonna be here until 12 midnight. Right, later on, what I do, right? If you guys could be, maybe you're watching this in the replay later, right? Usually I will edit this and post it up on my YouTube as well, so you can always view it at your free time and check out, and maybe listen back to some of the points and that I've talked about earlier. Okay, all right. Malaysian drum trader. Okay, very cool. So I posted about my YouTube. I wonder if it's gonna get some new viewers and subscribers or not. Okay, let's go. Let's check it out. Sharing this tab to StreamYard. Let's check out the analytics. Analytics. Alright. Yay! 1,400. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. Right. Hey, anybody else who's watching this? There's like few people who's watching this. Fix semak kepada. You never like but never leave a comment. And Barnabas, right? Barnabas is from representative from Bayer Dynamic. Okay, right? He's Texel, so they also distribute Bayer Dynamic, Clots, Soundbox Asia, Easy Audio, right? Which is formerly known as ESI, right? But Bayer Dynamic and I mentioned before, I will be doing some content, right? Some unboxing and review videos. Firstly, of this. This is the very dynamic Creator 24 bundle, right? So this little thingy here, all right, contains the contains it's a bundle containing the set, the headphones, a Bayer Dynamic Fox with a USB microphone, and the Cubase LE software. I'll be doing a review of this. Okay, but what I wanted to say thank you and just put it on the record is that, right, for the mixing workshop, for the music production workshop, one of the things for the participants is that, and to sort of encourage them, right, is that I run a little mixing contest. The song that we record that I produce at the end of the workshop, I put out the multi tracks so they can take the multi tracks back and practice and they do a mix. I do a competition, and then what happens is that the best mix from the competition is going to win a prize. And Bayer Dynamic, all right, courtesy of Texel, okay, has been very, very kind to sponsor this prize, and this is what it is. This is a Bayer Dynamic DT240 Pro headphones. Okay, so these are professional monitoring headphones, right? It's gonna go to the winner. So if you guys are watching, okay, if you guys are whoever is watching this, if you are participating in the workshop, okay, this is what you stand to win lah. Okay, so yeah, next time, all right, sign up for the workshop, man. Right, next year I'll do more. Okay, and then we'll see this. So yep, I wanted, so this will go out to the winner lah for the direct access music production workshop. Okay, now I'm also a dealer. There's a lot of Bayer Dynamic products in here. These headphones, as you can see, these are the Bayer Dynamic DT990s. Okay, fantastic. I really fall in love with these headphones. These have kind of become my favorite now, for mixing, for monitoring, for listening to music. Okay, so this is the DT990s, and I'm also using a Bayer Dynamic box for what you guys are hearing me through. This is the USB microphone over here. Here we go. You guys see it? This is the Bayer This is the Bayer Dynamic USB mic. So great all-in-one the device. You can again I do a proper video review later lah, right? But check it out, right? Direct monitoring, your headphones plug into here, USB connection, and it acts as your audio interface, man. This is your audio interface and USB mic, so check it out, okay? Okay, oh Aizat is still there. Aizat, ada komen apa? Oh Aizat, jangan marah lah, okay? How are you Aizat? Oh, baru masuk balik tadi urus studio kecap. Urus studio, right. Where are you working at now, Aizat? Urus studio mana? I can't remember if you told me this before. Sudah tua lah, right? Because I can't remember whether you told me something, but cool, man. Thanks Aizat for still being there. You were the first to comment and you are still here after 1.5 hours. But thanks to everyone also lah. Okay. So very cool. Email sent. Hopefully the label boss will approve the mix. It is for a male mainstream pop artist, which I cannot review. With all this, I wish we could talk a little bit more, but you know, again, we always have to respect the privacy and all this non-disclosure lah, right? Hey, who is this? Gary Dudu has subscribed on YouTube. Thank you, Gary, if you're watching this, okay? Right, thank you for subscribing. Right, really helps the channel out. Right, cool, you got your 2 channel as well, man. I will check it out. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, you have some videos here as well. Well, I will check it out. Oh, lots of videos, man. Okay. Right. Okay. Since you subscribe to me, I subscribe back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Gary Dudu. Gary, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hey, if you guys haven't done it, okay, please let me know. Okay, dekat Garage Melawati. Who's the owner who runs Garage Melawati, yeah? So let me know. The name is very familiar, Garage Melawati. Fun fact, I used to stay in Taman Melawati. I stayed in Taman Melawati until I lepas sekolah menengah. So that means until I was 17. Then after that, I moved to Bukit Antarabangsa. So Bukit Antarabangsa is where I set up my home studio lah. So college days and everything, I stayed there. So that was where I set up Studio 2105 back then. Okay, Garage Melawati. Who's running the place, man? You know, I would love to do some other videos again, right? Do some other videos and maybe do some studio tours, man. Okay, can we do a studio tour of Garage Melawati? I want to do these kind of videos and visit all the jamming studios and all that as part of my content, right? So then you can share your gears, man. All right. Oh, owner Arian, sexy tapi dia dah tak hardcore. Dia tak Arian. Okay, right. I can't say that I know who it is, right? Maybe I've seen the name somewhere on Jamtang or whatever lah, but I can't really say that I really know who it is. Cool, man. Cool. Full time or part time you kerja dekat sana? Jamming studio ke? Garage Melawati, right? Garage, if not mistaken, beside MRT kan, bro, Aizat. Somewhere lah, sebab Melawati dia punya kedai-kedai is all dekat sana je, around Melawati Mall, around there. Is around that pusat bandar Melawati. I used to stay there, man, but when I go to Melawati now, it's like I pun lost. It's like tempat tu is like everything is like different. Bangunan ni lah, bangunan tu lah, kedai ni, kedai tu lah. It's like what? It's like I'm confused, man. Semua tak kenal. So many good memories of Melawati, man. That's where I used to grow up. Okay. Jamming and events aja. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, but yeah. Well, maybe hopefully one day I will come and drop by. Um, how's the jamming studios doing? Because I've been meaning to I always try to check and ask around there. Right. So jamming and events such a how's the jamming studio business doing, man? I hope you guys are doing okay because especially now yang really really affected badly are all the live venues and all the live houses lah. Okay. Yeah. Hazil Haziq pun kata, my band and I used to perform there last year. Ha, wey, small world, man. So Hazil, Aizat, memang mungkin kenal ke? Maybe, never know. Right. So how? I hope the jamming studios are doing okay. I really want to sort of know. Now, let's say how. I hope the jamming studios are doing okay because I know that the event spaces are having a hard time lah. Okay, right? Having a hard time, especially now. During the past, I think, couple of months, I've related the stories from guys like Elmi from that's helping handle Akasa, then Pichan, and obviously Hike works at over at Atas. Okay, I've spoken to them, I've talked to them, and then they said that the online gig thing is not really um, making a lot of money. It's not really working out because they have to put in so much more effort and cost so much more to buat online gig tau, because of the production crew, because of the lighting, camera, production crew for all that. Kadang-kadang 20 orang is needed for those kind of events, and then unfortunately the response has been very bad lah. So hopefully, yeah. Right, cool. So it says no gig equals low sales, still surviving though somehow. Okay, right. Don't know, man. There's tons of bands perform here already since it's a kind of a startup place. Right. Cool. Yeah. So garage is really, really, really cool, man. I think it's very important for all these places, and um, a lot of bands. Look, I can tell you a lot of the bands that are very successful. I can give you two examples lah. Hujan and Bangface. A lot of people don't know that Bangface, bila they started out, also played in those small jamming studios, where everybody is like perlu aircon yang rosak, that kind of. Bangface also started out doing that. No one knows their hardcore fans will know lah, but the mainstream doesn't really know how they started up. They did those kind of gigs and yeah, back then, especially around the time where they graduated blast off, so they went and did those kind of gigs, man. Right, so they went and really did all the groundwork. So right, so they deserve all the success and all the great things that have happened to them because they have done it. They have done and built that ground fan base from the very start. They did the hard work, they did all the shitty, crappy gigs with bad sound system, bad equipment, thorough crowd and everything, where the crowd is right in front of you, and you are spitting in their face, and then they're spitting and their sweat is all over you. Okay, now sekarang in PKP, MCO, COVID-19 time, we can't do that anymore, lah, right? Or the exchange of sweat and spit, okay, inside those kind of studios. All right. So yeah, so cool, man. These places are very important because this is where the foundation for all our live music and all our bands start. So, you guys, garage band, all the small jamming studios, all these smaller event spaces are very important, man. Bob Olson, right? He's a mastering engineer from Nashville, Tennessee, right? I work a lot with him. I sent to him a lot of mastering projects. Dia dah tua dah. He's like 60, 60, 70 tahun, right? He's a really, really humble, cool guy. He's legendary. He used to work with Barry Gordy in Motown, man. So, he used to engineer with Stevie Wonder and all that. So he pernah cerita, and he said that, and this is his perspective of how it is in the United States. The vibrancy of the music industry, right? really boils down to how well the live music scene is happening. If you want to really determine how well the pulse of a right, how well the pulse of a music industry is going, is happening, right? Look at the live music. All right, look at the live music scene, and look at the underground scene, right? Be it whatever, live music here is very broad, so it covers the underground. It also covers the working musician, the pub, the hotel lounge, the jazz club, the wedding function, right? Those kind of bands that I categorize widely as the live music scene. You want to know how really well a live industry does, is based on that. Okay, if you have a thriving live music scene, your rest of your industry will be propped up, will be healthy. Not just the mainstream, and not just the pop artists. I tell you, your live music scene dies, the whole industry dies. Okay, everyone above. It's a pyramid. Okay, so live music industry is down there. You have the top artists, Nahaliza, and all the big name, the A-list, A-level artists up there on top of the pyramid. Your foundation crumbles, the whole pyramid will crumble. All right. So unfortunately, we are seeing that right now, right? And I know I've talked about this. Some of you guys might be bored of me talking about this again, but live musicians, especially the working musicians who play in uh, restaurants, who play in cafes, in pubs, and hotel lounges and all that. Until to this day, they orang tak ada SOP, no SOPs, and no SOPs have been, no guidelines have been issued on how this working sector of the industry can go back to work. Yeah lah, we are non-essential lah, maybe, I guess, you're right. Until today, no SOP. All other industries, so many other industries have been allowed to open tourism and all that with the SOPs and guidelines on how to do it. But working musicians until this day, going to be 6 bulan, 6 months already, have no income, no money. A lot of them are selling their instruments, selling their equipment, jual kuih, literally working jobs, working a manual labor, becoming delivery man. So we're a lot of irreversible damage is being done, man. And we don't see the effects right now, but it's gonna get, you know, it's gonna happen lah, right? It's too early to say lah, right? Maybe 6 months down the line, a year, we're gonna see, it's you know we're gonna see the effects affecting all of us in the industry later on down the line lah. Mungkin sekarang tak terasa kot. Wait lah, 6 months later, okay? Let's check back 6 months. Okay, alright. Online gigging tak best. Main Bigo or Twitch better. Right. Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely, right? So they've tried it, right? And definitely lah, the experience of an online gig is really no, even though they've put in, look, the production that they put in, right? Good sound, camera, visuals, everything is really, really top notch. But yes, it's definitely not the same experience lah of live. So I don't have any solutions, right? And now with the extension of the PKPP, PP, right, all the way until 2000, end of 2020, tak tahulah, right? And then our PM to put the statement coming out. Maybe it's better that all these pubs and all that don't open back, is it? Maybe it's better that all this, we don't have live music lah. Just let live music die lah. Okay? It's so ironic, isn't it? That I don't want to bring this in, and I know that I just had this conversation earlier with a friend of mine. Okay, earlier this afternoon. It's so ironic that you have this kind of statement coming out when your daughter and your son-in-law himself are musicians. That I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Again, I don't want to make this political, right? Especially when it's out on the public platform like this as Facebook. Nanti kena cancel, kena kutuk, right? Kena kritik pula, alright? Right? Now it is cancel culture. I really wonder what they are thinking. I think you know who I'm referring to lah, okay? Prime Minister's daughter, right, and also his son-in-law, right? They are working musicians, man, like fantastic, sweet, amazing people. Okay, and I have nothing but the best for them. But I must really wonder what's going on in 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 the Prime Minister's mind, right? And what must be going on in the in the kids' mind, right? About all of this. Okay, all right. So enough of that. I have no solutions, right? A lot of infighting. I see a lot of the musicians online gado, Mara, sini sana, all that. Why you're not doing the job? So yeah, I don't know lah. I don't have the solutions. Hopefully, we have more discussions. Let's have more conversations about this, right? Let's figure out a way. Let's come together. Let's not just fight and argue online over these kind of things. Let's think of solutions. How we can solve this and make this better lah. All right. Anyway, so cool. Right. Enough that. I tak tahu pula JD tinggal kat Melawati dulu. Right, a lot of people, you don't know a lot of things about me. Yeah. Yes, I stayed there for most of my childhood until for my entire childhood sampai habis sekolah menengah lah. Yeah. So after 17, I moved to Bukit Antara Bangsa. Yeah. So 2020, cult of personality in online kind of matter. Yeah. Not exactly what you mean by that, by cult of personality. But I hate the word cults, because it always implies tribes and tribalism, getting into the tribes, puak puak, berpuak, this kind of mentality, berpuak. I really hate that, and I would love to talk about this. Thanks for listening to my podcast. Okay, we could go on and on and on about that. Okay, but cult of personality, I really hate being in cults. I'm open to everyone, man. It really doesn't matter whatever orientation, what your political beliefs are, what your religious beliefs, or your orientation, your whatever, as long as you're not a bitch. Okay, as long as you're not being an asshole, as long as you're not harming or hurting people and the people around you, I'm all open, man, for discussion, man. Right, I'm totally open to all sorts of people. All right, okay, so yeah, maybe let's do another show and do another segment lah. All right, out of this. Okay, podcast. Okay, let's see. Right, it's already 11:55, so it's only like 4 minutes left. I will do a little sign off, guys. Thank you so much, right, for hanging out with me. Thanks, Aizat, Hazrael, and anyone else who's watching and this little Q&A session. Really appreciate it, man. I had really a lot of fun talking to you guys and answering all your questions. You guys are awesome, man. Really awesome questions out there. Right, so I'm going to be signing off. Okay, this is going to be I'm going to be signing off right now. I need to go back home, get some good sleep, because tomorrow is going to be the day one of the direct access music production workshop. Okay, it's going to be a long day for me, so I got to get enough rest and to rest my voice a little bit lah. So thank you again. Let me do a little quick sign off on this video. Okay, for some of you who may be watching this on the replay, right, I do appreciate it. Okay, so before I finish actually, so I guess, all right, the undisputed winner of the Project EAR CD is going to go to Hazrael. Yay, Hazrael. Okay, what I need you to do is I need you to drop me a message on the Studio 2105 FB page. Send a message there, all right, via the messenger. Please give me your full name, give me your phone number, and give me your delivery address. Okay, so and then I will show this out and pass this out to you. Hazrael says, thanks JD for the sharing session. A lot of knowledge I learned to like. All right, you're most welcome, man. Thank you for being on and joining me and interacting with me together on this little Q&A session. All right, learning is a two-way process. All right, as much as You learn from me. I also learn from other people. I learn from you, man. I learn from you guys. Just interacting. It's learning is always a two-way process. Learning is always a non and never-ending process, lah. So congrats, man. You get a copy of the album. Okay. All right. So do head on down to Messenger. Drop me a message over there, lah. Give me your full name, your address, and your phone number. Okay. And I'll be sending this out right post you. All right. So time to wrap this baby up. Okay. So now, for those of you who may be watching this on the replay, whether on YouTube or Facebook, if you found this video informative, if you found it useful, if you found it mildly entertaining, right, for a reason or another, please do leave a like. Okay, do leave a like. If you can share it as well, because this will really do well for the online algorithms. Okay, and if you haven't done so, right, and if you haven't done so, please head on down and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, YouTube channel is over here, www.youtube/studio2105. Okay, head on down, become a subscriber today. Okay, right, it's very important, especially now, to subscribe, because I will be uploading the video and the content from the direct access music production workshop, right? So we're going to be filming and we're going to be recording the workshop, the contents of that, right, or what's happening in there, and posting them up on the YouTube channel. So the only way you can going to watch the replays will be on the YouTube channel, lah. Okay, right. So thank you very much. Okay, and Haswell also mentioned, yeah, I want a CD. I'll sleep with a big smile on my face tonight. Okay, right. Congrats, man. Thank you very much. Okay, you guys made my day. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, continue to stay safe, right? Stay healthy, stay happy. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Take care of your personal hygiene. If you're going out, wear a face mask, correct? Especially if you are in a confined space or so lah. Okay, confined public space. Okay, take care very much. Take care of yourself, guys out there. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you again real soon. No MixStream for the next 6 weeks because of the workshop. Okay, but there will always be some other content, some other video I will put up lah. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Stay safe. Happy recording and mixing. Till next time. All right. See you soon. Bye.